Sam and Katrina Williams' delightful little Avondale stud near Wellington in New Zealand has a rich history of producing value yearlings from stallions who punch well above their weight. Proudly New Zealand's oldest family-owned farm, they stand per Encanto, a son of Winx's sire Street Cry, who's currently New Zealand's second leading stallion by winners, and they're now expecting the first foals in the spring of 2019 by Dubawi's son, Time Test. Sam, little Avondale, it's a fabulous property, and it's so good to be back here to see Katrina, yourself and your fantastic horses off. Another very good season for you.
It has been a wonderful season, and the stallions have been going very well, but it's all about winners on the track, and has been a really good year.
But I was just so thrilled to see Time Test here, son of Dubawi, who we know is one of the world's greatest stallions, and he is just a magnificent animal, isn't he?
Yeah, look, he is. He's a lovely horse, and went over to the English National Stud back in March, saw the horse, and you know, by Dubawi, he's had what, 161 stakes winners, 38 Group 1 winners, and I think just recently he left 5 Group 1 winners in a period of 28 days. He is a super sire. And so to have his only son here in New Zealand is fantastic, and he's been really well patronised by the breeders here in New Zealand and supported by a serious syndicate of pretty much the biggest breeders here in New Zealand. And
not just Dubawi. I mean, we're talking about, you know, Dan Silly mare, Passage of Time. She was a Group 1 winning 2-year-old in France, the Criterium St Cloud, and that's the great Danehill Saddler's Wells cross in her that you then put to Dubawi. So these are the world's best bloodlines.
Yeah, it is. It's really exciting. I was always taught, you know, one bad stallion in a female's pedigree is one too many, and so that was key to it. You know, his bloodlines, as you say, you know, Dan Silly, Danehill, Saddler's Wells, was a key component to this horse. And being out of a Group 1 winning 2-year-old mare, Passage of Time, that too was important for us because pays a lot of influence to the Australian market, which is our biggest market. He is a good looking horse, but the one thing that really took me when I first saw him, that he's an athlete. He's just got great rhythm to him and he moves, and that's what really caught my imagination. But he had a turn of foot on the track, and like a serious turn of foot, and over 2,000 metres, and that's getting back to our grassroots of the sort of style of horse we breed here in New Zealand.
Time Test has a 4 to 5 length lead now.
Early on in his career, he was a serious horse, and you know, he broke the track record there at Royal Ascot in the Tercentenary Stakes, and he obliterated the field. He just ran away from them, and Frankie Dettorio on board that day was super impressed with the horse, and yeah, look, it was a very impressive win.
But he went on right through, you know, at 3, 4th in the Juddmonte International. He won the York Stakes, the Group 2 at 4, the Brigadier Gerard at Sandown. I mean, he just consistently was racing against the best and doing so well.
Yeah, and beating Group 1 winners at the same time. Look, in the Juddmonte, you know, that day, once again, it was a rain-affected track, so it was a huge performance, and he was a 3-year-old up against the older horses that day. And you're talking serious racehorses that he was competing against. So, you know, Charlton had a very high opinion of the horse.
And we talk about the great breeders of the world, and there are very few better than Khaled Abdullah. I mean, what they do at Juddmonte is, you know, shaping the breed around the world.
Yeah, they are. Just recently we saw Juddmonte selling some mares there at Tattersalls, and actually they sold a full sister to Passage of Time, and she sold 420,000 guineas. You know, they are one of the biggest breeders in the world, and I think that the fact that the English National Stud managed to secure this horse, and whereupon we got a deal with them to shuttle the horse and got the Southern Hemisphere breeding rights and formed this partnership, has been a big coup for New Zealand. So the horse hasn't had much rest, but he's been out on that New Zealand pasture, that New Zealand grass, and he really has developed. He's strengthened up. He's gone from a boy to a man, and look, we've been thrilled with the way the horse has performed. He's got very good fertility, and like I said, he's been really well supported by the breeders here.
Here he comes, Lanciano right over over the top.
The same with Canto. We'll touch on him because I remember when you were first showing the yearlings of Canto, and they're just such lovely types. We know, of course, he's by the sire of Winks in Street Cry, so that fabulous blood coming all the way through. And he's had so many stakes performers and also so many top horses that we've seen, particularly racing in Australia as well.
Yeah, he has. He's done a super job to date. We've got to remember that all the horses out there on the racetrack at the moment have been from when he was standing at a service fee of only $5,000. So up until now, it's been pretty much second tier mares until last year's yearling sales. So he's had to do it the hard way.
He is a son of Canto.
If a horse can upgrade them, then you know that he has got the genetics, the prepotency there to really upgrade his mares, and he's been doing that. What he's had 22 stakes performers to date, 12 stakes winners. He's left a Group 1 winner from his first crop. Yes, we are really lucky that he does leave a sale type horse. They are lovely loose walking horses. We're thrilled with the way he's going. Once again, he's been very well supported this year. He's obviously been getting a better class of mare and obviously a lot more premier type mares. His strike rate in Australia has been huge. I think it's at 65%. But he still hasn't had the huge numbers over there. I think one thing that a lot of people got wrong with him early on is that he came out and he was the leading sire of individual 2-year-old winners from his first crop. Then as 3-year-olds, he was the leading sire of individual 3-year-old winners, even more so than Savabeel. They've got better with age. So people thought that he was a sire of, you know, these precocious 2-year-olds, but he's not. They have definitely got better with age. As you mentioned, Lanciato, even Dalcello still performing, Dulcetto coming through, but he has got some exciting new ones coming through the ranks at the moment. You know, he's had, 7 stakes performers so far this season, and 2 new stakes winner in Kazaquin Man and Indecision. So yeah, it hasn't stopped there, and likewise with the farm, leaving 10 stakes winners this season alone, and including Saint Emilion in the Group 1. So yeah, look, it has been a great last 12 months.
Saint Emilion in front.
Our 2017 crop, we've had, from that crop, we've had 19 2-year-old runners, 10 winners, and 8 further that were placed. Sir Nate was obviously Group 1 performed and a stakes winner from that crop. So yeah, from 19 to have 10 winners and 8 other placed and only 1 not running the money, we're pretty chuffed.
So overall with the farm, I mean, it's just a beautiful time of the year, isn't it, with the foals on the ground and so much sort of potential for the future. How are you seeing, you know, the way things are in New Zealand at the moment? Obviously there's a lot of talk about the Masara report and what's happening with racing. How do you see the industry, you know, currently standing?
Oh, look, you can't sit on your own laurels, that's for sure. And we really, you know, the Masara report's fantastic, and we need, you know, obviously government support, and we do need change here in New Zealand, and that's vital to the survival of all of us. But Katrina and I concentrate on what we do here. It is, our byline is big on winning, and so yeah, you can't, you know, it's not about the last winner, it's about your next winner. And so that's what we concentrate on, and concentrate on what we're doing and doing it the best that we can.